take that option as well. Just kind of shift your weight around a little bit from side to side. Kind of grounding down through your sit bones. Just kind of settling into the space a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in, raise one or both of your arms up over your head and just reach up towards the ceiling, finding a little bit of length in your spine. And then as you exhale, let your arms relax down on your lap, either turning the palms down for more of a grounding position this afternoon or allowing the palms to be up for more of a receiving position. Keeping that length in your spine, either lower your gaze or blink your eyes closed and just allow yourself to come into the space today. So you might be in a different space than you usually practice yoga, or maybe experiencing this virtual version of yoga. Just kind of allow yourself to settle into your body, settle into the space, and start to take your attention inward. Taking a few moments of observation, just acknowledging what comes up for you today, right now. We'll take a couple of cleansing breaths, so breathing in deeply through the nose, and then exhale, big heavy sigh through the mouth. And do that one more time, nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, big heavy sigh through the mouth. Just begin to shift your breath low into the belly. And just deepen the breath, whatever length feels good for you, but try to shift that breath into the lowest part of your belly. So when you breathe in, it should feel like your belly is expanding out. And when you exhale, it should feel like your navel or your belly button area is drawing slightly inward. Try to match each inhale with the length of your exhale, or let the exhale be slightly longer. And that's going to allow you to kind of kick those relaxation signals to your brain. And then scan your body and begin to notice any areas where you feel like you're holding tension. So common areas across the face and the jaw, tops of the shoulders, neck, even sometimes the hands and the feet can hold tension. So every time you exhale, imagine relaxing or letting go of those places where you feel most tense today. And as you continue to breathe deeply, I invite you to set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. Maybe it's self-care. Maybe there's someone in your life that needs a little bit of extra positive thoughts or love. Whatever that intention is, bring it into your heart. And when you're ready, you'll inhale and sweep the arms all the way up. As you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Imagining gathering energy and bringing it in from your space to your body. One more time, inhale, sweeping the arms up. Big exhale, hands to heart center. And then allow your arms to relax down on the mat on either side of your hips and start to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let your chin fall down to your chest and then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. So it's nice and easy neck rolls. Chin comes back down to the chest. Right ear, right shoulder. This time we'll pause here, extending out through the left fingertips and just finding some length in the neck. So you can hold this position here, nose kind of pointing straight ahead, or you could tip your chin down towards your right shoulder or up towards the ceiling, depending on where you feel restrictions in the neck. This will explore a little bit of that length into the neck. And then when you've had enough of that, you can bring your chin back down to your chest, pausing briefly here, opening at the back of the neck. Imagine creating space between each vertebrae. And slowly allow your left ear to fall to your left shoulder, extending out through your right fingertips, And then choosing which head and neck positions work best for your body today. So you might drop your chin down towards that left shoulder, or lift it up towards the ceiling, or maybe you kind of oscillate between those 2 points, depending on what feels good for you today. When you're ready, slowly coming out of it back to a neutral position. And then walk your hands slightly back behind you, tenting your fingers, turning your fingertips away from you. Pull the shoulder blades together and lift the chin up. So opening across the chest and shoulders and the base of the throat. And then as you exhale, explore a forward fold. So walk your hands more forward, let the back of the neck relax, chin to the chest. And then as you inhale, walk your hands back. Bring the hands back behind you, seated heart opener, lift your chin up. Exhale, walk your hands forward, seated forward fold, let your spine round. And then inhale, come back up to that seated position. And if you are in a cross-legged position, go ahead and just switch which leg you have in front. If you're in more of a neutral seated position, you can just keep your legs as they are. Breathing in one more time, seated heart opener, lift your chin up, pull the shoulder blades together, kind of warming and opening that front body. And then as you exhale, forward bend again, walking your hands more forward. This time, move your hands over to the left side. So you're kind of inviting a little bit more of a side stretch here on the right side of your torso into kind of that back, lower portion of your back and into the right hip. And just allow your head and neck to relax. And then slowly walking back through the center, moving your hands over to the right side, letting your head and neck relax, opening into the left side body. Pausing and breathing deeply. Once again, just kind of seeing what comes up for your body today. Just noticing if your mind starts to wander, to acknowledge it, and do your best to bring it back to the space and your breath. Good, slowly bringing your hands back to center, walking your hands back up. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we'll take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. And just extend the right arm back. So you can either keep your arm lifted, spread your fingers widening the palm, or you can put your hand down on the mat. But doing your best as we twist here to lengthen the spine as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, using that breath to rotate. And you don't have to go super far, so don't feel like you have to move towards the extremes of your motion here. You're just kind of doing what works for your body today. And then when you come out of it, slowly release. Back to the center, sit nice and tall. This time you'll take the right hand, move it to the outside of the left knee, and then turn and look back behind you to the left. Pause and breathe. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to rotate. And then slowly releasing from that twist. As you feel ready, go ahead and make your way to hands and knees today. So coming into that tabletop position. And the first time you come into tabletop, we'll start with just some weight shifts. From fingertips back towards your feet. So you can kind of shift your weight more forward, feeling a little bit of length in the forearms. And then use your exhale to shift your weight back towards your feet. And just anywhere along those lines, you can pause anywhere where you need to feel a little bit of extra length. And just do that a few times at your own pace. Kind of adding some movement into the trunk, into the arms and legs. And then as it's available to you, coming back to that tabletop position, spread your fingers wide, ground down through the palms. On an inhale, drop your belly and look forward, coming into cow pose. As you exhale, press away, create that C shape with your spine, coming into cat. Start to flow with your breath here. So inhale, tailbone up, look forward, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round, cat. So there's lots of different versions of cat and cow depending on how you practice and how your body feels like it wishes to move today. So if you want to come more into a back bend, you might drop your hips down and come into cobra pose or cow. As you exhale, press into cat or drop back to extended child's pose. So we'll spend about a minute here just kind of alternating between any variations of those poses. Remember, you're making the movements work for your body. So there's no expectations in yoga. There's nothing that you have to do today. So just kind of take this time to practice how you want to practice and move your body how it feels good to move your body. Just kind of working out some of the kinks today. And then just a few more cycles here at your own pace. Back to that neutral spine and tabletop. We'll walk the hands over to the left side of the mat or the left corner. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, drop your sit bones back towards your right heel, coming into a nice diagonal stretch. Pause and breathe. When you're ready, coming back to center, switching sides, moving your hands over to the right side. Dropping your hips back towards your left heel this time, relaxing your head and neck. And then slowly making your way back up to tabletop, walking your hands a little bit more forward, tucking your toes under and lifting your sit bones up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So once you come into downward facing dog, feel free to find a little bit of movement here. So pedaling out the feet, alternating, dropping a knee into the center. And remember throughout our practice that we always have choices. So if you don't feel like doing down dog, you can stay in child's pose or tabletop. If you have wrist troubles, you could also walk down to your forearms into more of that dolphin pose. So really just doing what works for you today. Eventually, as you settle into your down dog, bring your feet so they're about hips distance apart. Keep your head and neck in line with your spine. Press your sit bones up and back, and really just ground down through your hands and feet. On your next inhale, shift your shoulders over your hands and come into plank pose. Perfectly fine here to just set your knees down, but still keep that strong line from your shoulders down to your knees, engaging through the low belly, breathing in. As you exhale, press back to down dog. Good, one more time, shoulders over the hands, plank pose. From the toes or the knees, press into that mid part of the back. Drawing the navel into the spine. Notice the activation in your midsection. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Good, looking forward. Take a walk with your feet up towards your hands and come into a generous forward fold at the top edge of your mat. So here it's good just to allow the upper body to sway a little bit. Find some bend in the knees. You can shift your weight from toes to heels or side to side if that feels good. And just allow your arms to dangle for the floor. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Good. On your next inhale, lift up partway to a flat back. And then let's raise the elbows up nice and high. So really engaging that mid back, pulling the shoulder blades together. On your next exhale, generously fold. Bend your knees, soften the back of your neck. Good, one more time. Lift up partway to a flat back, elbows high, tummy tight. Top of the head is forward. As you exhale, round and fold, bend your knees. This time, press into your feet. You're gonna take your time, come all the way up to stand. And once you're up to stand, raise your arms up over your head, maybe pedal out those feet a little bit. As you exhale, press the hands together at heart center. And just blink your eyes closed for a moment. Notice how you feel in standing. Notice how your weight is distributed, all four corners of each foot, or make any necessary changes. See if you can weight bear evenly from side to side and from front to back of each foot. When you're ready, opening your eyes, allowing the palms to be forward, coming into standing mountain pose. Pull your belly in, find a slight tuck to the tailbone. And then when you're ready, inhale and reach the arms up. Take a little back bend. As you exhale, bring your hands through heart center, forward fold, bend your knees. As you inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back if you want, elbows high. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet, come all the way up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweeping up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Inhale, lift up partway, flat back, elbows high, engage that mid back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press through your feet, come all the way up, look up, little back bend if you want. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna do a high lunge sun salutation next. As you inhale, reach your arms up, little back bend if you want. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Relax your neck. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, this time plant your hands, take a big step back with your right foot and come into high lunge. So you're gonna be up on the ball of your back foot. You can either walk your hands up your front thigh or sweep them up. Back knee is straight, front knee is bent so it tracks over your ankle. Good, lift your gaze slightly, relax the tops of the shoulders. As you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to plank pose. So here on the toes or the knees, take a breath in. As you exhale, set your knees down, lower all the way down to your stomach. Our first back bend, we're gonna do baby cobra. So lift your chest up nice and light through your hands, pulling the shoulder blades towards your spine. As you exhale, find downward facing dog, hips high. Take a breath in and release, looking forward, step the left foot through, walk or sweep your arms up, high lunge, second side. So if it bothers you to be up on the ball of your back foot, you can always just set that heel down if that feels more comfortable to you. Otherwise, maintaining that straight knee on the back leg, knee over the ankle on the front leg. Breathe in. As you exhale this time, hands to the mat, step forward. Breathe into a flat back. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, press all the way up. Look up. Little back bend. This time, exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Halfway lift, elbows high if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your right knee back, high lunge. Walk or sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. From your toes or your knees, lower all the way to your tummy. This time, inhale, arms to your sides, feet on the floor. Lift your arms and your chest up for locust variation. So fingertips reach back for your feet. Shoulder blades draw in and down. Exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Looking forward, this time left foot steps through. High lunge. Rise. Pause and breathe. Back knee is straight. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl your back, toes under, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we'll do a couple of standing postures. So from mountain pose, step your left foot back and come into warrior one. So similar to high lunge, your back foot is going to be kicked out about 45 degrees. Hips and shoulders are going to be square to the front edge of your mat. Front knee is bent. Raising your arms up, lifting your gaze. And then as you exhale, shift your trunk over that front thigh about 45 degrees and send your arms back. Airplane arms. So lots of mid-back activation today. So here, nice straight line from the top of your head down to that back heel. Imagine the shoulder blades pulling towards your spine and down your back. Lots of back activation here. And then inhale, come back to warrior one. And then exhale, step your back foot forward, come into your variation of tree pose. So you might make it to kickstand, keeping your pelvis level, or you might shift that foot up to your lower leg or your inner thigh. And you can do whatever works best for you for your hand position. They can be pressed together above your head, or bring them to heart center. Take them out to the side, whatever works best for you. Do your best whenever we're doing any single leg balance. Try to keep that hip on your standing leg tucked in. So hips should be level. Good, and then you're gonna take that lifted leg and step it all the way back, come into warrior two. So now your shoulders and hips are open to the left side wall. Turn and look over your right hand. Pause and breathe. Relax the tops of your shoulders, nice and long through your wingspan here. Tailbone tight, slightly tucked under, belly in. Good, on an exhale, step that back foot up. Return to mountain pose. Palms are forward, tummy is tight. Take a breath. Inhale. On your next exhale, step your right foot back. Warrior one. Again, hips and shoulders square to the front. Sweep your arms up. Back foot turns out to the side about 45 degrees. So if you turn it too far out to the side, it makes it hard to scoot the hips or keep the hips facing forward. So just being mindful of that foot position. As you exhale, bring your trunk over that front thigh, send the arms back, airplane arms. Pulling the shoulder blades in and down, keeping your heart open. Lots of activation in that back body, drawing the belly in. And then as you inhale, come back to warrior one. Soft tops of the shoulders, lift the gaze. Breathe in. As you exhale, come forward to the top of your mat, your variation of tree pose. Standing tall on that left leg, finding a focal point, something you can maintain your visual fixation on. That'll help you to balance a little bit. Keeping your spine along, the bottom of your foot relaxed. Softening your face and jaw. On your exhale, step the lifted foot all the way back, open up to warrior two. So back foot turns out, slightly toed in, gaze over your left hand. Pause and breathe. Good. As you exhale, step forward, mountain pose, top of your mat. Just allow your eyes to close again and take a brief pause here in standing. Take a moment to find that length in your spine again. So rooting down through your feet, lifting the top of your head up. Notice how your body feels in standing. Notice any areas where you might still have tension. Take a cleansing breath here. So inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale, blink your eyes open. Sweep your arms up. Take a little back bend. As you exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, lift up part way, flat back. This time as you exhale, plant your hands, take a seat in the middle part of your mat. Soles of the feet are gonna stay on your mat. Lift your chest up, float your arms, palms up, and then take your time and allow yourself to come all the way down to your back. So really engaging through the belly. A nice slow descent onto your back. And then once you're on your back, go ahead and pull one or both knees into the chest and just kind of start to rock gently from side to side. A little bit of massaging out for the low back. Maybe circle out your low back on the mat in one direction and then the other direction. And then just check in with yourself here. Take the next 30 to 60 seconds or so to take any other poses that might feel good for your body. So everybody's bodies feel a little bit different depending on the time of day and the day. So a spine twist might feel good. A nice gentle inversion might feel good. Happy baby, reclining pigeon. And just take a moment as you do your final postures just to deepen your breath again. Start to shift that breath back low into the belly, really appreciating the length and the depth of the breath. And then lastly, just pulling your knees in tight towards your chest. Giving yourself a nice tight squeeze here. Maybe bringing your forehead up to your knees if that feels good. And then as you exhale, making your way into your final relaxation posture. So traditionally Shavasana done on our backs. Shoulder blades tucked underneath, palms open to open the heart. If you don't feel comfortable on your back, you can also roll to either side or take any other restorative posture of your choice. So start to settle in here, deepen the breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of the belly with each breath. Put a pause on the mind chatter for a few moments. Take a moment of gratitude for coming to your practice today, for taking some time out of your day for self-care, for moving your body, and just for pausing life for a little bit of time. Take a moment of gratitude for your body and everything it does for you, no matter what limitations you may have. Noticing your breath, and then doing your best to release all thoughts. Let go of any last remaining tension. Soften your face. Relax your jaw. Allow your teeth to separate. Let the ground support your body. Let the rise and the fall of the belly be effortless. Your feet and ankles relax and fall out comfortably towards the sides of your mat. You are safe. You are supported. You are loved. you're ready, you can begin to deepen your breath. Bending one or both knees up if you are on your back, and just choose a side to roll over onto. Left side for energy, right side for relaxation. And just pause yourself there momentarily, making those transitions slowly and mindfully. Coming up to a seated position whenever you're ready. And once you come to sitting, just take a moment to lengthen your spine, and then we'll pull the hands together at heart center. Let your chin drop down. Take one deep breath into your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.